It's the G-Man.
Cheers, your boy Rudy. What's going on, guys? Back at it with another video. Like I told you guys last night on one of my videos, today I'm gonna go ahead and do the NFL picks. Who I think is gonna win this weekend, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday night football, and I'll give you the spreads and the over and unders. So let's go ahead and start off. Of course, this past Thursday, Tennessee Titans at the Jacksonville Jaguars. They had negative 1.5, where it was under 39 points. And of course, the Jacksonville Jaguars skull drugged the Tennessee Titans. Everybody knew what that was. But it was a lot of penalties in that game. It was pretty bad, man. You had comments from Twitter from a lot of football players throughout the whole night. Like, man, let these guys play, man. I mean, the referees have been calling so many penalties, petty penalties. It's getting ridiculous, man. I mean, I remember Richard Sherman said, a couple of years ago, whatever the case may be, talking about sooner or later football is going to be like flag football. I mean, come on, man. Referees have been giving bad calls in the NFL. Seriously, really, really bad calls. Since around 2013 or 14, especially when it came in with that catch and the Seattle Seahawks against the Green Bay Packers, simultaneous catch. Ever since that year on, there's been a lot of bad calls, man. There's been a lot of bad calls this year on every team. The referees, man, you guys are trash, man. I mean, I understand you guys want to make calls, but they're pretty petty. But look, let's get started here. So the Baltimore Ravens at Kansas City. Of course, everybody knows that the Ravens have the number one defense. They have Kansas City negative 6.5 on the spread and over 54.5 points. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes have looked really good, man, in their offenses this year. Especially Lamar Jackson just killing it with his passing game, which people doubted that he couldn't pass the ball. And not only is he passing like 300 yards, he's running over 100 yards in a game. The dude's a savage. Will I say that Kansas City will not be able to score points? I doubt it. But I can see Kansas City Chiefs winning this one 20-27. Cincinnati Bengals at the Buffalo Bills. Negative 6.5 spread. Buffalo Bills. Under 44 points. Buffalo's defense is pretty good, especially their pass defense is way better than their run defense. Of course, they could have stopped Saquon. Cincinnati Bengals, they're in between. They're in that mid-pack of the range in the NFL. You know what I mean? Where they're in the middle of every NFL team when it comes to offense, and the middle of the pack also when it comes to defense. They played the Seahawks pretty good. They played pretty good last week too. But Buffalo's a strong team, and I don't know, man. Those guys might be 3-0. I can see a score of, 23 to 29, 23 to 30. Buffalo might win this. But don't doubt the Bengals might pull this off. So, but I don't know, man. Yeah, I'll stick with Buffalo this week. Detroit Lions at the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, with the Eagles, Alshon Jeffrey with that calf injury, he's probably going to be out on Sunday. They already said Deshaun Jackson is out this Sunday. You're going to have Aguilar, and that running game hasn't been that great for the first two games for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's been decent, but not great. The Lions are coming off a win last week where the Eagles lost to Sunday Night Football, I think it was, against the Falcons. Devastating Julio Jones bubble screen. Ridiculous. They got him negative 6.5, Philly. Under 46.5 points. I might see an upset here. I think I see the Detroit Lions pulling this off only because the wide receivers are not there for Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz was playing hurt against the Falcons. You could tell he was getting hurt. I mean, he was getting sacked. I'm not saying he's hurt seriously, but the man can't stay healthy, and that offensive line doesn't really, truly protect him at all times. He's going to be playing with some aches and pains this Sunday. I see an upset. Detroit winning this one 26-20. Detroit. Denver Broncos at the Green Bay Packers. -8 for Green Bay. Over 43 points. Denver has a pretty good defense, but the way Green Bay has looked, Green Bay has a better defense this year. And that's what Aaron Rodgers has needed for a long time. He's had decent, mediocre defenses where he's had to come out on offense and help the team try to win games. Hold on a second. But what I think here is I think that offense is still trying to find its way. The Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears. My goodness. Denver Broncos. They won last week with some penalties, lucked out, and they were able to go for that 2-point conversion again. But I don't think Denver's offense is that strong, and I don't think they'll be able to hold up against the Green Bay Packers defense. -8. I see a score of 31-17. Green Bay Packers. Miami Dolphins at Dallas Cowboys. -21.5, man, with Dallas. Over 46.5 points. Look, forgive me, Dolphin fans, but the Dolphin fans need to understand and realize you gave up Tunsil, Kenny Stills. You did a trade with Minkah Fitzpatrick with the Steelers, which was only literally your best defensive player on that team. You guys are tanking for Tua. Of course, Josh Rosen makes the start this Sunday, but my God, man, you're leaving Josh Rosen with nobody, and I feel sorry for that kid, man. The way he got dealt like that from the Arizona Cardinals to the Dolphins, and now the Dolphins are tanking. I think they're tanking for Tua, man. Sad to say, but I don't even know if the Dolphins can win a game this year. I mean, no doubt, my team either, the New York Giants. You literally set up Eli for failure because you are in a developmental and a you guys are rebuilding on our team, and you guys decide to go and bring Eli Manning back, only for him to play only 2 games and sit him out. You just lost $22 million right there. We're no great team either. We have nobody to throw to. Only thing we have is Saquon Barkley, Evan Ingram if he's not double team. But anyways, yeah, Dallas is gonna stroll by and win this one, 31-6, 31-7. You guys might score a touchdown with Josh Rosen. But yeah, that's my pick. Let's go with the New York Jets at New England. -23 with New England. Over 44 points. Look, the Jets don't have their quarterback, Sam Darnold. He's out with mono. Simeon is trash. I guess the other guy's going to be playing. Don't know his name. Yeah, Williams is out. You know what I mean? You guys look pretty horrible against the Browns, and the Browns don't even have a great offensive line. Jets are going to lose this one. It might be tough, maybe, because it's a divisional game, but, I mean, I don't know, man. 30-10, maybe? Maybe that rookie sparks something and gets you guys on offense. 30-10. I say New England Patriots win this one. Oakland Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. It's at Minnesota, -9 spread, under 43 points. Oakland has looked pretty decent. The way they beat the Broncos. Josh Jacobs, he's been dealing with an illness or some type of headaches throughout the whole week of practice. He looks like he'll probably be able to be playing on this Sunday. The Minnesota Vikings, I mean, they got 2 great wide receivers in Diggs and Thielen, but you got Kirk Cousins back there, and he hasn't done anything this season so far. Can this be an upset? I can see an upset. I can see the Oakland Raiders trying to pull this one off. I say 23-17 Raiders, upset. Carolina, -3 at Arizona, over 46.5 points. Of course, there ain't no Cam Newton. Of course, McCaffrey's going to be getting the ball a lot because he's a beast. Of course, the Buccaneers only held him to 53 yards rushing last Thursday night. So, I mean, it's going to be tough not having Cam Newton back there. This might be another upset. I think Kyler Murray comes in and probably pull off this win. 17-14, Arizona. Atlanta Falcons at Indianapolis Colts, -1.5, Indianapolis Colts, under 47 points. Now, Atlanta played pretty good against a pretty good Eagles defense. They were able to pass the ball pretty good. Don't know. I mean, Indianapolis Colts with Jacoby Brissett, they look pretty decent the first two games, regardless if they lost or won. I mean, they look pretty good. I mean, Mack, you got the running back there. He's doing his thing. I see this one. Indianapolis Colts still winning this one. I say 24-21. New York Giants at Tampa Bay. -6.5 on the spread, under 48. Jameis Winston, he's a interception king. He turns the ball over a lot. The thing is, with our defensive line, we can't get no pressure. The thing is, our defense is ranked 23rd, but we're giving up 291 yards passing because we got rookies out there. Daniel Jones' first start, don't know how he's going to play. I would like for us to win this game because if Eli Manning's in there, I mean, Eli Manning is 6-1 record lifetime against the Bucs, man. But then you got Todd Bowles with a defense where he plays man and he disguises a lot of blitzes, and he blitzes a lot. 52% this year out of the plays he's blitzed on defense. I don't know, man. 20-23, Giants might lose this one by field goal. They do get a little upside. They do get a little motivation because they got something new back there probably, and they're able to move the ball a little better. But I don't know if we're going to win this game. 23-20, Tampa Bay. Houston Texans at the LA Chargers. Deshaun Watson, Phillip Rivers. You would think you go for the vet here, but the Texans are getting into their stride. They got DeAndre Hopkins, and they got Deshaun Watson. I mean, you could just keep going. Their offense is pretty explosive when it can be. Of course, they played a good Jaguars defense last week, where they barely won by field goal. But I could still see the Texans pulling this one off on an upset. I say 28-21. Houston Texans beats at LA Chargers, man. Over is 47.5. Anyways, Pittsburgh Steelers at San Francisco 49ers. Randolph, whatever his name is. He looked pretty good. They're playing at San Francisco, and Garoppolo and that whole 49ers team have looked really good, and their defense is pretty stout, man. They're sleeping on them. They look pretty decent. Under 43.5. I say I still see San Francisco 49ers winning this one. They've been putting up points, man. 31-21. Only because Rudolph has shown in his first game coming in late against the Seahawks, where he took the Steelers down there in a few drives and they scored touchdowns. New Orleans Saints at the Seattle Seahawks. -4 Seattle, under 44.5. Teddy Bridgewater. Haven't seen him do anything besides his first year. When he had AP, they go 10-6. And he looked pretty good. I have to see what Teddy Bridgewater can do, man. I mean, it's been a long, 6 seasons, whatever the case may be. I see Seattle winning this one 24-17, for sure. LA Rams at the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns offensive line is trash. They can't protect Baker Mayfield. You got O'Donnell over there. That defense for the LA Rams is pretty good. They're not stout, but they're pretty good. And of course, when Gurley is good and ready, good and healthy to go, when they got that other back also playing, I think his name was Brown, whatever the case may be, you got Kupp, you got Robert Woods, then you got Jared Goff back there throwing the ball. The under is 49.5. I see the Rams 31-17 beating the Cleveland Browns. Only because Monday Night Football, they still look like trash against the Jets. And if it wasn't for that slant pass to Odell Beckham where he ran into the house, which what he does, it was 17-3. The defense, which how limited the Jets are on offense and defense, they were still able to get to Baker Mayfield. So, yeah, they're going to get beat by the Rams. -4, Chicago at Washington. This is a Monday Night Football game. Redskins, under 41.5. Can't say, yeah, the Washington Redskins are 0-2, but Washington Redskins are putting up points. Defense is not getting them off the field, but the offense can score points. Chicago, they're still struggling on offense. Trubisky's got to figure that out. Their defense is really good. This could be an upset where the Redskins could get a win. 21-17, maybe Redskins. If not, the other way around. 21-17, Chicago Bears. This is more of a pick 'em. Whoever you think can win. Either way, I think maybe Redskins can pull this one off. But yeah, guys, I appreciate it. I'm going to keep doing more videos. Please, man, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Let me know what you guys think. Hit me in the comments what more you want to see. Please, I'm trying to grow my channel. I appreciate all the love and support for all the subscribers that already subscribed to me. Thank you. First step is to try to hit 100 subscribers and then go there to 1,000. All right, guys, until next time, peace.
It's the G-Man.